Alright, yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, man, we got you guys with the top 5 best SMGs to use in Warzone right now. That's Rebirth and Caldera. There won't be separate lists because SMGs, I think that the best SMGs work in Caldera and Rebirth. And we're also going to be going over the best class setups, the best attachments that you can use on those SMGs. So man, if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you drop a like on today's video and also make sure you're subscribed to the channel, man. We got a lot of content planned for you guys in the future. Let's hop into the best SMGs, starting out with number 5. We're going to go starting out from number 5 all the way down to the best SMG. Alright, so for the number 5 spot, man, that is the Lapa from Cold War. I think that the Lapa from Cold War is super underrated. If you haven't used the Lapa yet, man, the Lapa is insane and I think it's totally slept on. And what we got on the screen right now is the best attachments for the Lapa. In my opinion, we have the agency suppressor, the rifle barrel, the 40 round mag, or if you're playing Caldera, you don't really need that extra ADS speed, you can rock the 50 round mag. We got the micro flex LED for the optic and then the Raider stock. Yeah, man, like I said, I think the Lapa is super underrated, super slept on. I love running the Lapa in Rebirth. I think it's a perfect gun for Rebirth. The mobility is amazing, the recoil is amazing, the damage is amazing. Everything about the Lapa is great, so if you haven't used this thing yet, make sure you throw this thing on. And then moving on to the number 2 spot, man, we got one of everyone's classic favorite SMGs to ever be in Warzone, the OTS-9 from Cold War. The best build that you can run for the OTS-9, in my opinion, is like the hipfire build. I personally absolutely love the hipfire build. What we're rocking on this hipfire build is the GRU suppressor, the bruiser grip, the 40 round fast mag, the ember sighting point, and then lastly the serpent wrap. The OTS-9 especially is absolutely amazing for Rebirth. The mobility on the OTS is amazing, the damage is amazing, fire rate, everything about this gun is just perfect. And that's why I think it's one of the best SMGs to ever be in Warzone. So if you're looking for a bit of a throwback and also to use a great SMG, make sure you give the OTS a try, throw it on your loadout, run some Rebirth with it. And then next, what we got for the number 3 spot is my personal, probably my all-time favorite SMG in Warzone, the Modern Warfare MP5. And of course, the hipfire build. This is a pretty, standard build that everyone runs on the MP5, but we got the monolithic suppressor, the Merc foregrip, the 45 round mag, the 5 milliwatt laser, and then the collapsible stock. If you ask me, if you're running this for Rebirth, I would take off the 5 milliwatt laser and then throw on sleight of hand just for, that reload speed for, taking out the hand holding Rebirth rats. So this right here is the build that I would rock for Rebirth personally, but the MP5, you just cannot go wrong with this gun. This is the old faithful of the SMGs, just like the M4. The Modern Warfare MP5 has been one of those guns that honestly has always been meta. It's never been a bad gun, and especially right now, I think that the MP5 is top tier. So if you want some nostalgia, man, make sure you throw the MP5 on. I guarantee you'll have a great time with it. I always love running the MP5, and we might have a video coming on this MP5 coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. And then so for the number 2 spot, this is the very first Vanguard SMG that I think is the top 5 best SMGs. The MP40, I know that the MP40 was nerfed, but this new build that people have been rocking with the MP40 absolutely shreds, man. I've been watching a lot of Rebirth tournaments recently, and I see a ton of people running this exact MP40 build in Rebirth tournaments. So starting out for the build, we got the recoil booster, and this is where it starts to get a little bit different. Everyone used to rock the very first barrel, but you're going to want to rock this short barrel now. The short barrel gives you damage range and it gives you limb damage, which is essential to one of the other attachments. Nextly, you're going to want to put on the hand stop for the underbarrel. For the magazine, the Grinko 45 round mag, and then for the ammunition, the hollow point. This is also, really crucial for getting that extra limb damage. If you're hitting limbs with this thing, bro, this thing deletes people. But moving on, we were running the stipple grip tape for the rear grip. For the perks, I run brace and quick, and then for the stock, the folding stock, which is the very first stock, and then lastly, run the slate reflector for the optic. I've seen a lot of tournaments won with this exact MP40, man, so if you haven't ran this thing, you've got to give this thing a try because it is absolutely nutty. And that's why we put it at the number 2 spot for best SMGs in the game. So moving forward, let's get into number 1, the best SMG in the game in Warzone right now, in my opinion, of course. And that number 1 spot going to none other than the Owen gun. The Owen gun is probably my favorite SMG to use right now. I think that it's the best SMG. It has one of the fastest time to kills, the best mobility. You can hold 72 round in a magazine, so you can take out those Rebirth rats a little bit easier. There's a few different ways that you can build this Owen gun, but this is how I choose to run the Owen gun. We got the recoil booster, the rapid barrel. We're really going for fire rate and fast time to kill on this Owen gun. For their underbarrel, we were running the Carver foregrip, and then for the magazine, make sure you run the second 72 round magazine, not the last one, because the second one gives you fire rate and recoil control. But with the rest of the build, I run hollow point for the ammunition, stipple grip for the rear grip to help out with the recoil control a little bit, and then we got acrobatic and quick for the perks, and then remove stock for the stock. And then for the optic, I have been going back and forth between the NIDAR model and slate reflector. Personally, me right now, I think I'm liking the NIDAR model a little bit better. But of course, if you like the slate reflector better, you can definitely run that. It's still gonna work exactly the same pretty much. It's just all preference. So there you go, man. Those are the top 5 best SMGs that you can use in Warzone right now. Real quick, let's run through my loadouts just to see the perks that I'm running. I'm usually running Quick Fix, Overkill, and Amped on every single loadout. Sometimes I'll bounce back and forth between Quick Fix and Double Time, but you know, I think Quick Fix, especially for Rebirth, is more essential and more useful. And then for the tacticals, I pretty much always run Throwing Knife and Stim. Those are the meta, lethal, and tactical equipment to use. So that is my list for the top 5 best SMGs. Again, we'll run through it real quick. We got the Lapa, the OTS-9, the Modern Warfare MP5, the Short Barrel MP40, and then lastly, the Owen Gun being the best SMG to use right now, in my opinion. I hope that this video helped you guys if you're not really sure what, you know, SMGs to run in Rebirth or Caldera as well if you're a Caldera player. I hope that this video helped you find a new SMG to use or to find a better SMG to use, or, you know, a better class setup if you weren't sure. The right attachments, especially for the Vanguard guns, there's so many attachments. So if you found value out of today's video, man, make sure you drop a like on today's video. And then also go down, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, man. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers right now. We're getting so close to that 1K mark. So if you'd help me hit that milestone, I would greatly appreciate it. And then lastly, of course, make sure you go down in the description, head over to my Twitch and drop a follow over at my Twitch. I've been streaming a ton recently, and I'm probably going to be streaming a lot more in the coming, you know, weeks and months. So make sure you drop a follow and come by the streams. It's always a ton of fun. But with all that being said, man, I love you guys. Peace. I will see you guys in the next video. Later.